EA wants us to build our teams, but they don't want us to succeed. Let's get into it. What's good, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Rob, aka Roboto, here with another weekly update from Madden 22, Ultimate Team, MUT 22, whatever you want to call it. Before we dive into anything here in this video, just want to let you know right off the bat, if you like everything here, I'll let the rest of the video play out. But if you like what you see here, like everything going on here on this channel, if you like me, if you like what's going on in Madden 22, do me a favor, smash that like button, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And in the comment section down below, also tell me which one of these team builders have you added to your squad, or do you want to add to your squad, if any. And also too, if you like this channel, like what's going on here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please subscribe to the channel. We don't spam you a lot with some stuff here. We like to get right to the point. So let's stop wasting time. Let's get into it. We had a couple new changes going on with EA, with Madden 22, Madden Ultimate Team. Some good, some bad, and we'll talk about all the options here. All right, let's dive right into it. So I want to jump in here first and also let everybody know, get your solos done, right? Get your solos done. In particular, obviously the legend stuff, but the veteran stuff. Wildcard Wednesday week is coming up, so make sure you get those done. Don't want to fall behind. Team of the week solos, I still have to do them myself, as you can see. We'll go over team of the week in a little bit, but do these solos, right? Veterans, team of the week, legends, all these solos, or the Wildcard Wednesday, I guess it's not always veterans, but these three solos are always refreshing every week, and you always want to make sure you're ahead of the game, because at the end, most of these have some goals at the end here. So obviously veterans, you go all the way down and you get the coin. Oh, it's more Wildcard Wednesday packs, but still every 4 weeks we get to pick one for free, so keep that in mind. Team of the week, same deal. You collect all these, and at the end there, pick one of 3 player of the week packs there for tier 17. And the legends, of course, you play these all the way through. You keep collecting not only legends offensive strategy and defense strategy cards, but you get the little legends tokens for the sets that you will need when those solos, when those sets come up. Now legends, they don't refresh, they keep these, but team of the week and veterans, they do change every week, so make sure you get those done. I just want to get that out the way first. I know we updated the Discord, check the link down below for the Discord, but I just want to let you guys know here. So the one thing I want to dive into right away before we get into anything involving the recap is what's going on right now of Ultimate Seasons. I've been seeing a lot of questions. I've been getting a couple questions about, like, what's the deal here with XP? I'm sure a lot of you are already at max 50 level XP here, and yet we are just barely halfway through what this season is, right? Because the Ultimate Season right now is in the third quarter. We just got some third quarter objectives that just hit us in the game, I believe, on Friday. And my main question here is, if you guys need XP, why isn't EA I think EA should have switched it over with third quarter and give us 50 more levels to 100 to reach those last 2 quarters. Because if logic makes sense here, we're getting a third quarter and fourth quarter potentially before we get 50 more levels, which kind of feels insane to me, because this dude is 92, for example. These Ultimate Seasons dudes here are 92. They're about to be phased out. For me, Devin Hester's already kind of on his last legs on my lineup, and I'm not even that much of a God squad. So I think EA kind of missed the boat a lot, and we'll dive into it more when we get team builders too. I think EA missed the boat by not giving us 50 more levels and still keeping these objectives here for those who maybe get the game late, right? Holiday season's coming up. A lot of people get the game, you know, during Thanksgiving, Black Friday, or leading up to Christmas, Hanukkah, a bunch of holidays coming up, Kwanzaa as well, obviously, but a bunch of holidays coming up in which people are gifted stuff, birthdays. A lot of people get the game around this time, and the idea, the argument of that we need to have opportunity for players that haven't been raking up XP to catch up is kind of silly, because if you join now, like if you got the game right now, you can still get these Ultimate Season objectives for this first, second, and third quarter. So I don't get it. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. But I will say these Ultimate Season third quarter objectives, I will say for all the objectives overall, I will say that I do like that they switched it from percentages to actually tallying. As you can see, let me see if I can move my head here. But they're actually tallying the numbers here. Previously, it was like 4%, right? That would say 2 out of 75. I'd say 4% done, which is really dumb, because then we'd have to sit here and do the math between us and, like, you know, type numbers in, and it's unnecessary. So them actually tracking it one by one is great. I know there were issues previously with reaching some certain, I think it was win 5 games with a sack and head-to-head. There were a lot of issues, and we'll go over that too when we go over team builders. But there were a lot of issues on Friday involving stuff like team captains, players that came out for the team builders didn't have the right team chems or had no team chems, or dude who was a right tackle had another right tackle team position chem, and it was a mess. You know, the quality assurance is again not there, so we're kind of missing a lot of stuff there from EA. But let's dive into the recap. I think the one thing I do want to touch on before we get recap full here is the title update that came out. I believe this was Thursday, November 4th, right? Yeah, I believe this was Thursday. So long story short on this, a bunch of stuff was updated and added. So obviously they removed Gruden from there. User control delay fades removed, excuse me. Basically anybody who's kind of cheesing tight end delay fades, and I played like, I think a head-to-head where somebody was trying to cheese with a tight end delay fade still, and it doesn't work, right? It's time gated pretty much, and you can't just, you know, roll all the way out and then have everybody be either jammed up there at the line getting blocked or deep away from the tight end covering dudes downfield, and then you can just lob it to the tight end who's wide open. That doesn't work anymore. So NFL authenticity updates, a bunch of stuff with, like, you know, jerseys, hair, coloring issues, a bunch of stuff. Cover 3 was allegedly fixed. Fixed the issue. I don't ever think the coverage in this game will be perfect. It's very hard to have coverage in the game be perfect, but what I do think is that it can continue to improve. I think where it's at right now isn't a perfect spot at all. I do think that EA can do a lot of stuff, especially with cover 3, cover 4. You know, when you have I think maybe what the logic is when the corners go back into the zones where the safeties are, and if maybe your corner has a too high of a zone rating than your safety, then maybe the safety kind of plays down a little bit. It's weird what happens sometimes there with the deep coverage. So basically they did a lot of stuff fixing pass coverage, right? And it's all here, and if you want to read, I can let you know in the description below, but I'm sure a bunch of you have seen this already. So a bunch of this is the more general stuff they did. Removed some stuff, preemptive pump fakes during RPOs. I know they allowed something that was kind of glitchy where people, and it was running an MCS event, which, by the way, MCS event is coming up for Thanksgiving. I would suggest maybe stacking your coins, because we know EA tends to, you know, like to put some big names out there for this MCS event, for these new Thanksgiving events. And if there's big name players, aka big names that haven't hit the game yet, or like big names that need an upgrade, the MCS competitors will most likely use these dudes on a big stage. So keep that in mind. This could be a week that, or next 2 weeks or a couple weeks here, especially with the Harvest promo potentially coming up, we could get some maybe some nice dudes. I would say maybe. I'd put my money on that we are going to get some nice players in the next couple weeks here, especially with that tournament coming up. Live playbook updates to some playbooks here. You know, some stuff here, added defenses, update the single back deuce close. A couple playbooks got updated. Franchise updates here. Base of the franchise still not dead. Madden ID updates, which is interesting. I wonder what this is. Madden Ultimate Team updates, switch mission goals progress to show fractions versus percentages, love it. Change the goals project progress to display the number of activities, and fixed college OT rules. I think that's probably something with overtime there, but and then the Madden NFL 22 updates are pretty much the same, outside of a couple things, but for the most part, EA's focus is on next gen. So that was the title update that came by on Thursday. Let's go check out the newsletter and kind of just talk about everything from the week that was. So first thing we'll go over is team of the week. D Ford here was the LTD. Reggie Wayne was one of the set cards. John Abraham on the other set card. Jaelen Phillips was the player of the week. And then Josh Sweat, the 89. Mike White, the 89. Quandre Diggs got a +1, I believe, or that's a new card for him. Yeah, Elijah Mitchell got a new card. Stephon Gilmore here got a +1. AJ Brown got a +1, and we're back here for D Ford. I will say overall, I do like Reggie Wayne probably the most out of the whole bunch. John Abraham's probably 2 there. D Ford's cool too, but I think Abraham and Reggie Wayne are both really nice. This dude's kind of trash. No hit power, no man coverage, zone coverage is a little too low. His speed's also 90, so we're moving on from that. Wildcard Wednesday this week was heavyweights. Was it heavyweights? No, it's veterans. I don't know why it says heavyweights, but it's definitely veterans, because this is a V here. It's not heavyweights. Weird. You should just take this out and just leave it Wildcard Wednesday. Word of advice. So Cole Beasley here was probably the best out of the bunch here. 91 speed's really solid, and this is what I'm saying, right? 91 speed for him, and this dude is 90 speed. You know what I mean? Like, so, and then the route running here is pretty dang good, and this dude's man coverage isn't good. I know he's a safety, but still, you know, we gotta use our brain sometimes, right? That's a 92. This dude's a 93. It doesn't make sense. But Beasley here with 91 speed, 92 medium route running, 88 deep route running, 0 on the vaccine rates here for Cole Beasley. Oops, did I say something? Matt Prater here was a kicker. You couldn't get him his power up. His power up isn't out there. But Matt Prater is one of the veterans that came out. Another kicker here, kick power at 91. That's all you really need to know. Jaelen Phillips, you could get of the other 4 releases besides Prater, you could get their power up by doing the solos this week. But Jaelen Phillips here, it's super slow, but the run block is nice. He's pretty tall too, from what I believe, but the blocking tight end archetype, not the best. Calais Campbell here, I'm really just looking at that 91 block shed. Everything else, 90 power move's good, but speed, man, finesse move, man, he's a good DT. And Duron Harmon here, 90 speed, 82 hit power, 91 zone, 88 man. I mean, basically, he's kind of statted similar to this 93 Jaelen Phillips. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a 93, dudes, and this is a 91. And these dudes are kind of the same outside of a couple in the hit power, right? And this dude's man coverage is even better. You know, tackle's a lot worse. I will give him that, Jaelen Phillips, but I don't know. It's weird. So that's the veterans release. I think, again, Cole Beasley's probably the best out of that group. LTDs came out. Teron Armstead, left tackle there. Yeah, run block power is really trash. I don't know why that's super low. But the rest of it's pretty good here for this left tackle. And strong safety Harrison Smith. Zone coverage 93, which, okay, cool. 80 man coverage, 94 hit power for him, 90 speed. But he still probably won't defend anybody in coverage because that's Harrison Smith, right? So let's go over the big talk of the week, which is team builders. Now, I am of the mind that 88 overall is super low, especially considering what we've been getting over the last couple weeks for free, right? The 90 overall stuff we've been getting for Most Feared, I think a bunch of other 90 overall stuff. I mean, we just got a 90 free overall Gridiron Forge thing, which we will also go over. There's a new one. It's for Jaelen Phillips. We'll go over that in a little bit, but Team Builders 2 here, Darnell Mooney, Akeem Hicks for the Bears. I won't go over the full list. We'll like comb through some pictures here, but nobody here is like really OP, right? Like, here's the thing with team builders. These dudes, if you're running a theme team, they'll be on your theme team probably all year in some way, shape, or form. But the problem is right here, a bunch of these dudes, depending on the position, obviously, but a bunch of these dudes are just backups, right? Like, I don't think a lot of these dudes would start over many natural position dudes at that spot, right? Like, you're not probably starting, you know, this 88 Julian Blackman over any of the free safeties that came out this week, right? And the other thing that EA is only doing is only giving one for free. So it's like, you know, we take 2 steps forward or 3 steps forward, even with Most Feared, the rewards, everything that came out, the content being premiere, and then we take kind of 2 steps back. You know, this is why I say all the time, it's like EA gives us $20 and then takes $5 out of our back pocket. You know what I mean? So a lot of these dudes are very underwhelming. They're super low in some specific stats. Like, look at this Julian Blackman, 79 man, 78 hit power. It's just laughably low. There's some receivers that have like Randy Gregory here, 84 speed, 78 block shed, 78 power move. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is the problem is that this isn't how EA has statted stuff throughout the year, but now for the team builders, they want to put them low. And the argument could be, oh, it's because they get boost on deep teams. That's true, but how much of a boost are they actually getting? How much of a boost are they actually getting when they're this low, right? Like 88 overall, 81 man, 79 press. You know what I mean? Like, some of these linemen, Leonard Williams here, my dude from the Giants, 71 speed, 71 finesse move, 86 block. Like, some of these stats are so laughably low. Laviska Shenault, look at his route running, dude. That's trash. Like, that's not even like theme team boost. That's not even like playable, right? And that's hoping you get a theme team boost. So EA really made it so that these cards would only be good on theme teams, pretty much. Like, if you're not running a theme team, there's pretty much no reason to have any of these dudes on your team outside of being a backup or maybe a pinch starter, but they're trash, right? Max Crosby, one of the best pass rushers in the game. He just went and killed Daniel Jones today against the Giants. 83 speed, 80 block shed, 77 finesse move, 79 strength, 83 tackle. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, right? Van Jefferson, look at the route running again. Just low 80s. You know, it's really hard to kind of sit here and tell you guys you should go out and get these cards. They're really just disappointing and not great at all. So kind of an L, a super L, mega L, a bunch of positions that some teams didn't need. You know, a third wide receiver for Pittsburgh. I know I heard my guy Gut Fox talk about it. They probably, honestly, and I also agree, they probably would have been better off for Fairmouth as a tight end there. You know, even with the Giants, I know you know, Leonard Williams is a current day dude that we need, I guess, but like there's also other positions on the defense that we could have filled in, you know, maybe a better free safety, maybe a better strong safety, maybe another middle linebacker better than Blake Martinez, example for the Giants. You know, they're covered pretty much on the pass rush, right? Like, you know, Strahan and Carl Banks and Leonard, oh my goodness, Lawrence Taylor, but Leonard Williams here is not it. It's just not cutting the mustard, you know what I mean? Even better DT, like, I don't know. There could have been a lot of things that they did differently here for the release, and I just think they kind of missed the boat and fell flat on their face after delivering us heat in Most Feared. Like, I don't want to take that away, is that they delivered heat for Most Feared, and they came back with this, and it's just like, you know, this Taylor Lewan is just so ridiculously trash. 84 run block, 80 run block power, 84 run block finesse, 82 pass block power. Like, he's not a starter on your team. So yeah, I'm out on team builders. I'm not hustling for them. I'm not grinding for them. I'm not wasting my time to get them right away either, just because they're just not good. And I'm not going to go ahead and waste all my time grinding team affinity stuff and hoping that I maybe get an 88 that I like. Like, if I get those achievements done, cool. If not, I'm not going to die for it. Jim Kelly here, 93 overall. I will say this is a welcome and awesome addition. If you haven't by now purchased a Josh Allen, please go do so, because Josh Allen is still really good quarterback. But Jim Kelly here came into the game with 81 speed, 94 throw power, strong arm archetype, so he gets gunslinger. Really solid card. Awesome name, obviously. Jim Kelly, a legend in his own right. You know, shouts to him for fighting and doing the good fight against cancer like he has been. So shouts to him. And Willie McGinnis here was the other legend, AFC East heavy Legends weekend here with 91 speed on him, 94 block shed. He's really good. He's really fast. He has good block shed. The power move's a lot lower than you'd like, for sure. But that finesse is good. The block shed is good. Speed is good. I'm not going to add him to my team, but I understand if you want to add him to yours. He's a very good card. Very good pass rusher. Last thing I will touch on before we get out of here, two things actually. We talked about team captains a little bit, had some issues with getting the +1. You can get the +1 now. All you need to do is complete or win 10 games. I think it's complete 10 games even with your team captain in your lineup, and you get the +1. So that's super easy. So shouts to them for that. I'll give them credit for that. And Jaelen Phillips here has the free card from the Gridiron Forge. Whoa, daddy, right? This is a free 92. And if we're keeping track here, this is the third Gridiron Forge card we got. And every time they give us one, it's +2 to the overall. So previously it was Zeke. The first time it was JC Jackson, the 88 started, Zeke 90, Jaelen Phillips here 92. I believe he's a rookie, or if not second year, but I'm pretty sure he's a rookie for the Miami Dolphins. He's going to get ×2 Dolphins chem. He doesn't get any other team chem, but when you do Gridiron Forge, you get to the certain stars milestones, you get Jaelen Phillips and his power up. I think it is worth it to power this dude up, because stock right here, he's 90 speed, 88 block shed, 90 finesse move. We just saw, for example, right here, Willie McGinnis at a 94 overall. I mean, Jaelen Phillips isn't that far off, right? At a 94 overall, you know, you put him in the power up, he's 91 speed. His block shed will get up to 89, 90, depending on your chems there. Power move is pretty much the same. And finesse move, Jaelen Phillips is not that far off. So I really like this Jaelen Phillips card, especially as a free item that you can get just by playing solos. You know, get the training and stack up some training throughout the week or so when training's cheap, and you can power him up pretty easily. This is good. This is good. I like this a lot, so I'll give EA credit for that. So make sure you grind that out. I'm taking it methodical, nice and slow. I'm doing it with my dailies, and I'm getting my stuff done, because right now there's no point in grinding this game because we're not getting XP. So if we're not getting XP, I'm not going to sweat and hurt myself. You know what I mean? So one last team update. I know coins are kind of low, but it's all good. We have stuff on reserve here. Went and added Plaxico. I know I said I was going to, but Plex is here at a 95 overall down there. Brandon Marshall moved over the wide receiver 2. We put Marshawn Lynch in as our fullback last week. Talked about that. And as you see Devin Hester there, he's kind of fallen by the wayside. I think one more good wide receiver and he's probably out of there, because Tyreek Hill can't do much with him either. I think right here is where Jaelen Phillips is going to go instead of Bosa. Pretty much the defense is all the same. I think I powered up Sean Taylor because I had some extra training, but we're still good, right? We're still in a good spot. We have a lot of power-ups to sell. We have a lot of gap packs we can open. There's a lot of power-ups out there right now. Well, not a lot, but there's a decent amount of power-ups out there right now that are going for a pretty penny. So we're going to be good. Nothing to worry about here. That's going to do it for this video. I just want to bring you guys some of the latest here, some of the disappointments, especially involving team builders, especially involving some of the milestones, especially involving no XP bump, no level bump. There's a lot of questions around that. And I think there's going to be a lot of people, that, especially the grinders, that are going to kind of, I'm already seeing it. Some people are like, I don't know if it's worth the grind right now, because there's no incentive to get more XP, to get more levels. So that's pretty much where I'm at too. So I'm going to hang around and see what happens. But until then, let me know in the comment section below how you feel, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.